Hey guys, this is Pikmin Master. This is going to be a Tops episode. This one's going to be my favorite Mario Kart Super Circuit courses. Now, Mario Kart Super Circuit, I gotta explain something about this game first. I hate this game. This game sucks. That's all I'm gonna say. This game, it just takes Mario Kart 64 and just throws it off the toilet. And then what you get is this game. So, yeah, that's how much I don't like this course. And not only is it a bad version of 64, but also kind of a bad version of SNES, of Super Mario Kart, because sure, there are 20 courses in Super Circuit, and there are SNES ripoff courses. Yeah, there are courses specifically look just like the SNES course, although the course itself doesn't look like it, but something about them feels familiar, and that's where the ripoff courses come in. Now, do I think the ripoff courses are good or bad? Well, I think that some of them are, but the rest of them just either hard versions of already existing hard courses, or just like meh versions of already meh courses. So yeah, either good versions of good courses, bad versions of bad courses, or meh versions of meh courses. That's what that's what ripoff courses are. And then there are those courses, the courses that are pretty good. But I must say, Nintendo, why the heck you keep getting the Bowser's Castles? They suck! They're not as good as, well, sort of not as good as SNES courses. But those could be improved big time. But no. Okay. Enough ranting about that. I might rant about that later. But right now, time for the actual tops. Okay. Number 5. Okay, technically numbers 5 and 4 are going to be the ripoff courses. Here we go. Number 5 is Lakeside Park, also known as the Donut Plains ripoff. Okay, I hate Donut Plains 3, but this Lakeside Park is relatively decent. This is one of the first courses you'll see in Super Circuit, so you would say it's kind of a parallel to Donut Plains. All I can say, it's a pretty good course. I mean, compared to the other sucky courses in Super Circuit, not just the stupid controls of the game, but that's a different story. Now, here's the thing. I may be kind of a guy who likes ice and stuff, but and like Sky, you would think that it's like Sky Garden. Here's the thing. The moment Sky Garden showed up in Mario Kart DS, I freaking hated it. Yeah, I already hate Sky Garden. Even though Sky Garden looks impressive, I hate this course. I totally, absolutely hate Sky Garden. Yeah, it's actually one of my least favorite courses, believe it or not, despite the fact that it looks pretty cool. Okay, enough of that. Lakeside Park is pretty good. It has pretty decent turns and stuff. Nothing too difficult, but it's still gimmicky. And that's the background. The background's pretty decent. It actually makes, like I said, Donut play like Donut Swamp, but that makes it better. Okay, number 4, Snowland. Yeah, this is the Vanilla Lake ripoff, and the only ice course in this game, which by default makes it the Vanilla Lake of the game. Believe it or not, I find this way better than Vanilla Lake. I honestly do find Snowland better than Vanilla Lake, but mostly because I don't know about you, but I don't really seem to be affected by the snow, the ice. The ice doesn't really do it much for me. I mean, sure they'll probably, if they remake this eventually, but if they remake this eventually, they'll probably make the ice even worse. But I don't know. But to me, that course, the ice doesn't really feel much of meh. The ice doesn't do it for me. Because all I do is just drive straight. The ice will not affect you at all if you just go straight. Really, it's really when you turn on the ice that's a big old deal. But at least the game kind of makes it have a wide enough course so you don't have to get turn on the ice, but still. So that's what makes it good. And plus, no annoying tiles, or at least not that I remember, but no annoying tiles. So therefore, it actually bumps up the ice course list. But of course, it can't beat Frap Snowland or Sherbet Land, but that's a whole different story. Sure, this course is nowhere near Frap Snowland levels or Sherbet Land levels, but it's a pretty good course nevertheless, and I'd like to see it improved. Number 3, Luigis Circuit, the only course in this Tops that's actually been remade in a later game. Okay, if you ask me, I like the fact that this is the first course with actual rain. No, that's not the first course with weather. We already have Snowland for that. But it's the first course with rain. Which actually begs the question, how will all these guys drive under rain? But then again, this is from the same series as the last game of the series has you driving underwater without underwater suit. Again, it's kind of logic, but at least this logic makes more sense than completely underwater. Would you drive a car underwater? A regularly functional car underwater? No. Would you under rain? If you have to. And this is the kind of thing with this course. Since it's permanently raining, you would thinking, yeah, I don't know, maybe unless I have to do it, yeah, whatever. But it's kind of dangerous, and it is. It is kind of dangerous considering all the hazards that are there, and also the background. It kind of looks like was that an airport or a warehouse? Is Luigi an engineer? Oh great, I'm gonna reference a certain guy. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna reference a certain guy, John Scorcher, but that's the story. I like Luigis Circuit; it's pretty decent. And I didn't mind if it was renamed the Mario DS. It's DS. Okay, number 2, Cheeseland. Okay, the so-called off-road in Cheeseland doesn't feel like off-road at all. I don't know if it's because I'm using Toad, but yeah, the so-called off-road in Cheeseland, or at least the different colored road, doesn't really feel like road. Doesn't feel like it's off-road. So I could count it as on-road, and if it counts as on-road, not off-road, that is a pretty sweet wide course. It's a pretty decently wide course. And pretty decent challenge, decent drifts, wide enough course, but then again, they would try with Bowser. If it's really off-road, then forget what I just said earlier about Cheeseland. But the name, Cheeseland. It's a land made of cheese. How could it not be in my list? Seriously, Cheeseland. The very name of it makes it on this list. Just for the fact this name Cheeseland. How creative can they get? How can a game so creatively named and creatively made and creatively done be the game where every other course sucks? What the heck, Nintendo? Speaking of what the heck, Nintendo, number 1, Rippln Road. This is my favorite course in this game. Why? Because all the others, like maybe Cheeseland, sucks. I could be in the car like, this game sucks! But that's a different story. But Rippln Road, man, it's a relatively wide course, a relatively difficult course, but not too difficult. Okay, maybe at some parts it is too difficult, but you can get used to it. I mean, if I can get used to Sherbetland, if I can get used to relatively ridiculous drifts, like on, let's say, on Shucka Mountain or on Jungle Parkway and other stuff, if I can deal with those, I can deal with the ones in Rippln Road. Well, granted, this is Mario Kart Super Circuit, the controls suck like no other. But still, if this was remade into a new Mario Kart game, then I would play that. That would probably be my home turf, actually. I would actually consider a home turf if it was remade into Mario Kart on the Wii U, which will be done eventually. And no, you think, oh, but that's speculation for years from now. I was like, dude, it's gonna be inevitable. There's going to be a Mario Kart game for the Wii U eventually. It has to happen. There's no way Nintendo's gonna take up, get rid of its offer, one of the highest selling series and all of its stuff, all its property, without doing it again for Wii U. Really? Make this course, Nintendo, into Wii U. This is the only course, that in Cheeseland, that's worth it on the Game Boy Advance courses on any game. Why give the freaking Bowser's Castles? They suck. They're not that good. They aren't necessarily difficult. Really. I can go on a total rant about why. You know what? Look at this. Eventually, when the time comes, I'm going to make my own list with specific reasons on retro courses for a new Mario Kart game. Whole Shell Cup, Leaf Cup, Banana Cup, Leaf Cup, and Lightning Cup. I will eventually make this. But right now, Now's not the time, because now, no Wii U yet. But when the time comes, I will make my own list. Hopefully submit it to Nintendo, see what they think, and we'll see what happens. That's my actual plan for Mario Kart. So, that is all for this, and I hope Nintendo will make Rippln Road. That's the only course that's worth it. See you guys later.